Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net with another daily gem for you guys. And we are into day number 4 with keys to growing a reputable and profitable brand. And today's daily gem is called the velvet rope. So let's dive in and talk about what do I mean about the velvet rope. So I want to add a little bit of clarity to this, okay? Because I want to get a little conceptual here, all right? Normally I give you a lot of practical, highly actionable things to do. But what I notice is a lot of people will take action, but it's kind of like rowing a boat randomly. It's like rowing a boat with one oar. Picture this for a second, right? It's like going around in a circle and a circle and a circle. So this week, what I'm trying to do is help you build that second oar. So we looked at 3 concepts so far this week, and we discovered that the heart of real brand building is community. And it's that community that uses the product. So brand building is community. So which comes first, the crowd or popularity? So today's daily gem is called the velvet rope. Listen, we all want what we can't have. This is what makes life exciting, the chase, right? Playing hard to get is fun. But if you're the one who's always trying to get, it could become extremely frustrating and overly annoying very, very quick. It's like, ever see those girls or guys on Facebook that are constantly pitching their product or service in every single video that they put out? Now, I'm all about being aggressive here, but there's a time and a place for it. So let's dive into today's daily gem and go a little deeper. So yesterday we talked about scarcity and exclusivity creates desire. Everyone wants to be part of the cool kids club. No one ever wants to feel left out. So here's where most people go wrong when it comes to branding. They put the cart before the horse. They're so focused on pitching their product or service that they want to become the next internet celebrity. They forget about what's really important. Guys, without customers, you don't have a brand. Without attention, you don't have a brand. So now once you have a community, what do you do with it? How does one interact? Or how does your brand interact with its community? And so here's where the velvet ropes come in. So I want to first ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. The popularity or the crowd, what do you think comes first? Drop them in the comments. Let me know. So let me give you a quick example, right? McDonald's in 1979 came out with the Chicken McNugget. Now, these little bombs of goodness are literally my kryptonite. I swear to God, if there was a 100-piece nugget option, I swear I'd be able to take it down in 10 minutes. And that's me being a glutton. But I love my food and I love my McDonald's. Thank God I don't eat it every day or else I'd be 5,000 pounds. But anyway, these little McNuggets were a game changer for McDonald's to the point where they couldn't even keep up with demand. And so somehow they had to divert all the attention away from the McNugget and come up with something else. And what happened? They came up with the McRib, another little kryptonite of mine, where this little sandwich that looked like a make-believe rib, right, was a game changer for McDonald's. I mean, this thing went off like crazy. One of their most popular items ever. And so a decade later, McDonald's comes up with a clever strategy, right? They didn't add any more additional marketing or ad spend to the campaign. They didn't mess with the price, and they didn't mess with the ingredients. What did they do? They made it more scarce. And that's what made it a huge hit. They only supplied it to certain locations. They brought it on the market and took it off the market, and you didn't know when it was coming back. It was crazy. I learned that there were Facebook groups created talking about this sandwich. Some dude created a McRib locator. Sounds insane, right? To help fans locate where the McRib was being served so they could get at it. Like, seriously? So the point is, making people feel like insiders and giving them a taste of what's behind the velvet ropes is what drives people to brands. The simple fact that something isn't readily available can make people go nuts and drive the value through the roof. But none of this can happen without a crowd surrounding your brand first. So here's another example I want to share with you. One of my old club clients opened up his first club, and this place was a beauty. It held about 300 people. He did top-notch everything. And he had this huge parking lot that held about 100 cars, right? Now, max capacity at this club was about 300, right? Decent size. Most popular restaurants hold about 30 cars, all right? So this was a massive, massive parking lot, right? So he opens up the restaurant, has a couple great nights, and then things start to peter off. So he calls me up and he's like, Henry, what am I doing wrong? And not for nothing, this dude was an amazing host. Like I said, he always did things top notch. He was always personable with his guests. I mean, the guy was a sweetheart, right? So I went over and I took a look, and I'm looking around and I said, the problem's simple. I said, the parking lot looks too empty. He said, I know, not enough people, right? I said, no, John. I said, there's plenty of people. You're making money. I said, but the problem isn't the people, your parking lot. It looks like you're dead all the time. And so let me ask you guys a question. Remember back in the day when we used to go out to the bars and the clubs, whatever, right? How many of you guys did drive-bys? I raised my hand. You know, you drive by the club, you drive by the bar, and if there was no cars in the parking lot, you were like, it's dead, on to the next place. And that's what was exactly going on here. So nobody wants to go to an empty club, right? Or a club that has an empty parking lot, right? Because they think the place is dead. Meanwhile, the place holds 300 people. It was pretty packed, but you couldn't tell. So he asked me, what should I do? I said, John, easy. Fence off the back lot, label it overflow, make everyone park in the front and in the side, cut off the back 50 spots, and open it up as you need it. What happens a couple weeks later? Club's packed, line around the building behind the velvet ropes. Business doubled in 2 weeks. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So the simple fact that the club appeared more crowded made it more popular. Soon enough, he had regulars coming in, which created the base audience. So which comes first? The community or the crowd? Now, this is a trick question, but I want you thinking. The real question here is this. What would you rather build? Buzz or community? What do you think has the larger lifespan, has the longer lifespan? Guys, it's time to wake up and smell the coffee and stop doing things backwards. there you have it, guys. Today's daily gem. Hope you got some value out of this one. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Q&A time. I'll see you. I think it's 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll catch you then. Talk soon.